Ever noticed how people panic when you say, "I don't think marriage is for me"? They stare at you like you just announced you don't believe in gravity. Don't worry, you'll change your mind. It's just a phase. You'll understand when you meet the right person. Funny? Nobody says that to someone rushing into marriage after dating for 8 months. Nobody asks, "Are you absolutely sure?" They celebrate. Then, 5 years later, they're quietly helping that same couple move into separate apartments. Here's one truth. Society doesn't reward the right decision. It rewards the expected one. Some people avoid marriage because they're terrified of commitment. Others marry because they're terrified of judgment. One fear gets criticized, the other gets celebrated. And that's far more dangerous, because marriage isn't automatically a happy ending. It's a life structure, and every life structure fits some people while suffocating others. If you've ever wondered whether something is wrong with you because marriage doesn't excite you, stay with me. Because the question isn't whether marriage is good. The question is whether it's good for you. That's a completely different conversation. So why does marriage get treated as mandatory instead of optional? Most people never stop to ask themselves if they actually want marriage. They ask when, not if. Psychologist Barry Schwartz, known for his work on decision-making, argued that many of our biggest life choices are shaped more by social expectations than genuine personal preference. And marriage is one of the biggest examples. From childhood, the script is already written. Graduate, get a job, get married, have children, repeat. Nobody says, "What if your happiest life looks different?" Instead, you're taught that being single is a waiting room and marriage is the destination. But more people today are questioning that script. Not because love disappeared, because they're finally asking whether the script actually belongs to them. That isn't society falling apart. That's honesty. Now here's where people get defensive. Saying marriage isn't for everyone isn't the same as saying marriage is bad. Those are completely different statements. Some people absolutely thrive in marriage. Others slowly disappear inside it. The institution isn't the problem. The mismatch is. Marriage asks for shared decisions, shared routines, shared sacrifices. For someone who genuinely wants that, those sacrifices feel meaningful. For someone who doesn't, they feel like slow, emotional suffocation. That's why two people can experience the exact same marriage and describe it completely differently. One says, "I finally found home." The other quietly wonders, "When did my life stop feeling like mine?" Neither person is lying. They're simply built differently. The biggest mistake people make is asking, "Should everyone get married?" The real question is, does the life marriage requires actually match the life I want? Because marriage is not just love. It's logistics. It's compromise. It's someone else's habits becoming your daily reality. So ask yourself, do you actually want marriage, or do you just want someone to love you? Those are completely different goals. Someone can want lifelong love without wanting marriage. Someone else can deeply value marriage because building one shared life genuinely matters to them. Neither person is wrong. The problem starts when people confuse pressure with desire. Here's the twist almost nobody talks about. Marriage doesn't create your character. It reveals it. If you avoid conflict, marriage will expose it. If you struggle with accountability, marriage won't fix that. It will magnify it. That's why wanting a wedding is not the same as wanting a marriage. A wedding lasts one day. Marriage keeps asking the same question for decades. Can you still choose this person when life becomes ordinary? Because eventually it will. Marriage isn't sustained by excitement. It's sustained by ordinary decisions repeated thousands of times. Now let's talk about who marriage is probably not for. If you're doing it because your parents won't stop asking, don't. If you're doing it because everyone at work is getting engaged, don't. If you're doing it because you're scared of turning 35, don't. If you're doing it because you're terrified of eating dinner alone, definitely don't. Fear is an awful matchmaker. Some people also protect their independence like it's oxygen. That doesn't make them immature. It might simply mean their happiest life looks different. Plenty of people love complete silence, need enormous personal space, don't want every decision to become our decision. And none of that is selfish. It's self-awareness. Others love partnership but have no interest in the institution itself. They're perfectly happy building lifelong commitment without marriage, because commitment isn't created by paperwork. It's revealed by behavior. A ring doesn't create loyalty. Character does. And here's the question almost nobody asks themselves honestly. If nobody judged you, If nobody posted engagement photos, if your parents never mentioned grandchildren again, if society removed every expectation, would marriage still be your dream? Or would the desire disappear with the pressure? Because sometimes people don't actually want marriage. They want approval. They want relatives to stop asking, "So, when is your turn?" They want to feel like they've finally caught up. That's not love. That's social relief disguised as romance. And building a lifelong commitment just to silence other people is one of the fastest ways to become quietly miserable. The happiest people aren't the ones who copied everyone else. They're the ones whose lives actually match their values, whether they're married, partnered, or happily single. Because authenticity creates peace. Pretending creates resentment. Marriage isn't the prize. Living a life that genuinely fits who you are is, and confusing those two has trapped far more people than staying single ever will. If you're the "when are you getting married" family target, you know who you are. Let me know in the comments.